Thank you very much. I've been joined by Joe Oseiusu. He is, many of you call him Joe Wise. He is the MP for Bekwai and a ranking member on the Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
You're welcome.
Also joining us is Abraham Amalba, the man who is seeking next time in 2017 to sit here as an MP. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Now, quickly, we move on to the NPP and its matters. And I'll start with Kuku with very brief comments on this issue. The NPP, some people say they seem to have now come to the realization that if they continue to wait to have people like its chairman in their boats, they would be marking time. So now they just want to get rid of such people and then move on, and that is a right thing to do.
Well. You recall that when there was that earlier attempted impeachment processes, which was led by the regional chairman,
right,
in the wake of Chairman Adams' demise, I was clear in my mind that that was a wrong option to adopt, and I proposed what I called containment, policy of containment and progressive neutralization. I still stand by that essentially. I think in terms of timing and the kind of calendar the party has, and next year being the election, I would think that a strategic approach would be better to keep them there. Look, if the campaign gathers momentum, there's nobody, not any individual, whoever you are, whatever you are, that can impede the momentum. I'm not sure the party is in the mood for all sorts of distractions that could arise from an attempt to either suspend, expel, or impeach national officers. So in principle, if I were to be in a position to advise, I would advocate that they take another look at a policy of containment and progressive neutralization of whatever mischief they perceive, especially unless you have irrefutable, concrete, indisputable evidence that these two gentlemen are out, and especially in this case, we are talking of only the chairman, because I'm not aware that the general secretary has been dragged in.
No.
So we'll be careful. I was a bit disappointed, let me be honest with you. I asked some few questions last time here relative to that police intrusion. My own source within the police CID had indicated to me that the chairman actually gave them green light to proceed. It was even before they sent that letter to him. So indeed, and that was for me strange and inexplicable, because not that the police have no mandate, but if you have a subcommittee dealing with it, you could have told the police, we are dealing with it. If we finish and there's any criminality, we will trigger your involvement, which would be a proper thing to do for a big party like that, which is also guided anyway by a constitution and some procedural traditions and things. So I'm disappointed with the conduct of the chairman relative to this matter. But I don't think it's sufficient basis to proceed on a disciplinary action that will lead, again, I repeat, to suspension or expulsion or impeachment. The party, I don't think, is ready for that.
Abraham, the letter that was written by Mr. C.K. Tadam, who is the chairman of the National Council of Elders, was very clear that the actions by the chairman continue to bring the party back. It drags the party back anytime it is making a forward march. Something happens, and then suddenly the NPP is in the news for all the bad, wrong reasons. So this is the best cure. Suspend him until we are done with the elections.
I thought the chairman was accused alongside with Agyepong for similar acts. They were the twins in the NPP who were acting in similar ways. Now, why is it that the Council of State is focusing on Agyepong, on Foko, and leaving out Agyepong? I do not want to read meanings into what people are thinking about. But I thought that the NPP is shooting itself in the foot. You have 5 of the 30 council members coming out with such a letter. The question is, was there a quorum? Could they have done that? 5 out of 30? Could they have gone ahead to take that decision? You see, the first cure for a person who is sick is to admit that he is sick. But the NPP has kept on saying that, oh, there's no problem in the NPP, these are just little matters and it will be resolved. Long before Afoko became chairman, and I'm saying that Afoko is not the cause of their problems. Long before Afoko became chairman, the NPP were confronted with a number of challenges. Is it Afoko who is sadly the one who has caused all this turmoil? Most of their members have made comments, very explosive comments. You can't compare comments or acts of Afoko to that of the other Agyepong, Kennedy Agyepong. Yet, we make it look like Afoko is the main problem of the NPP. I think that what the NPP should be doing now is not to focus on Afoko, is to ask Nana Akufo-Addo to show leadership. Nana Akufo-Addo to show leadership. In every political party, there are factions, there are divisions. But you find the leaders moving to those people and getting them on board. Go, if it even means going to kneel down and say, you and you, we need you. Do not break our front. Go and do that. But if you have a leader who has always shown that he cannot bring people together, then you are going to have these problems. And I think that all these things are done just to please one person, just to please Nana Akufo-Addo. And I don't think that's the way to go. You do not make it look like
predictable.
You do not make it look like others in the party are monsters, but just that the leader is a clean person. We are being told that they are doing acts that are supposed to be inimical and drawing the Nana Akufo-Addo's campaign backwards. But how about the leader himself? Has he endeared himself to those factions? What is his role as a leader now? Can't he mend the fences? So I think that apart from focusing on Afoko and Agyepong, the lenses should also be focused on
These are people whose actions, an elder like Apia Menka says, appear to be challenging the flag bearer. And that will be the first in the history of the party. And that if a flag bearer is elected, everybody becomes subservient to the flag bearer. You work to the flag bearer, other than seeking to assert that you are chairman, you have this power, you are secretary, you have this power, and that's, all these troubles. So is it Nana who is creating the problems?
We are being told by Kwabena Agyepong how he has been silent. And I'm sure the same comments can come from Afoko. We have told you that they are twins. Now,
so what they say is gospel truth.
Oh, what the council is saying is also gospel truth. Right?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, it's a rhetorical question.
Of course.
My too is rhetorical. Now, I have indicated that there is the need for a leader to at least be a leader who would go to the people, go to those who are challenging his authority and tell them that, look, let's all unite. There's a bigger fight.
You haven't heard him. You haven't heard him say this up to times.
Have they approached these persons? There's so much suspicion within the NPP. There's so much suspicion and mistrust in the NPP. Yes, long before these people were elected.
But you are happy about that. So why are you worried?
No, that's why he's.
We want to beat an NPP that is strong.
Okay.
Not an NPP that is limping. And I think that that's what we want to do today.
Now, Mr. Service, the question that's come up, which worries the Council of Elders, is that, and they say, and we know all this, the latest problem is coming up because Mr. Paul Afoko authorized his spokesperson to issue a statement about his readiness to fight corruption, and that some bank accounts, secret bank accounts were being created, and so on and so forth. They say in this paragraph of the letter that the conduct of Chairman Afoko and his alleged spokespersons is in gross and flagrant violation of Article 3D of the NPP's constitution under, quote, duties of a member, unquote, which states that, quote, a member shall not initiate, commence, or prosecute any legal proceedings whatsoever against the party or any other member of the party relating to party affairs without first having exhausted the grievance procedure laid down in this constitution in respect of grievances against the party or any other member, unquote. What your critics are saying is that if somebody suspects crime, you don't say they should exhaust internal mechanisms before they report to the police. So why are you taking a focal one for that?
Well, you see, if you ask me, suspicion of crime and so on, it's not the issue. It is the publications, letting disagreements, small, needless suspicions and mistrusts play out in the public eye. That's the issue. And therefore, I'm not going to support either the Council of Elders or Mr. Foko. That is not the way to go at this point in time. What is interesting, and I'll say it as a member of the committee, the secretary, we met with the chairman. He himself said that, in his view, no crime has been committed. It's Monday. That was barely a week ago. And we made it clear. And he insisted that he never made the complaint. But unfortunately, I'm not privy to the information Koku is pushing out now. I'm not well connected like he is.
I'm not saying he's the complainant.
Bai Chamfor is a complainant,
right.
But he's been associated. He's been accused of being, sort of acting for Foko.
We confronted the chairman of the committee, and he says that he himself was even threatened as impeding police investigations. Otherwise, he wouldn't have even given.
But it must be said also that Bai Chamfor has said he's doing it on his own, and that nobody is instigating him.
So I would wish that we move away from deepening the suspicions by putting out information.
I'm responding to Nanado's call.
Yes, as much as possible. What we should do is to look to the bigger fact ahead of us. I think that these disagreements, it's so not unusual. And at the committee, we have met with the former general secretaries, former vice chairman, and so on. And they all concede that at every executive level, there have been disagreements left or right. The only thing that is untoward now is that these disagreements are now playing out in the public. Other than that, what is an issue? My brother here and my senior here knows, even at cabinet level, when he's chief of staff, the kinds of things. Ameleba will admit that within the ranks of the NDC, the kinds of disagreements, sometimes to a level of fisticuffs, But so long as they remain behind the doors of your office and they do not come out in the public, nobody will know. I mean, we have so much to fall upon.
So Abraham is right when he says it's about leadership.
Not that kind of leadership. That's where I urge. You should take the NPP's constitution. There's absolutely no role giving to the presidential candidate. Absolutely no role. He's only a member of various committees. So
he may not have a de jure power, but de facto.
No,
he's supposed to exercise.
If the de facto powers are exercised backroom.
Okay.
And that one, the General Secretary himself have given evidence of that. They have been meeting, the four of them, he himself and the running mate, the secretary, they have been meeting for long hours discussing. So, and at the committee level, the evidence that's come, most of the times where these players are disagreeing, he is the one who has intervened and resolved them.
Interesting.
But you see, that's the evidence that is coming before us. He has intervened and resolved them.
Right.
The only thing is that they are strong characters who cannot stand allegations. I have allegations that have been made against me, but I would rather go and speak at the NEC meeting or at National Council meeting rather than come and respond. I recall when I was contesting.
You had to move out as an independent and
that's
win on your own.
Yes, no, but even that, I'm so deeply committed. When I was contesting independent, press houses will call me and play to me. Oh, this MP has said A, B, C, D, D, E about you. Say, okay, I've heard him. I want to focus on winning my elections.
Okay.
Because I intend to return to the party when I win. So I have no business quarreling with anybody.
Okay.
And indeed, when I returned, they received me warm. Everybody congratulated me for not breaking ranks. I think we should accept that humans as we are. And then here I'm talking about everybody from Council of Elders all down.
So,
the fact that we have differences is not
I'm going to march forward. I'll come to that. But Nana, see, he's saying these problems are normal, but obviously the NPP is not in normal times. After the party has been robbed from beginning of when. All the time there's this problem or the other is playing up. They are fighting on radio, on television, and the back and forth. Nanado says they should use their energies to expose the NDC's failings. He recognizes that the opposition has been an opposition unto itself.
Yeah, but I mean, it's unfortunate, and I think that the whole country must assist NPP to put his act together. NDC, everybody, because you see, we need a strong, virile opposition in the democratic process. Last week, I came back from Nigeria. Sorry, there was this part of a team to look at transition in Nigeria, and it's just beautiful. You know, the transition from the former president Jonathan to Buhari, you know, they feel good about it themselves. Not that, you know, of course, Jonathan's people feel well, but the point about it, we were advocating there that the democratic process is, you know, on. Now, if you come here and you have a weak opposition, then what is it? It's a danger and a damage, a deficit to our democratic, you know, progress. That's why they should put their act together. In terms of leadership, I know I don't want to poke my nose in here, but it's a little difficult to understand why a council of state, a council of elders should be the last to intervene.
So they feel that is where they have gotten to.
Well, okay, but I'm thinking
because you say the whole nation should assist.
Yes,
we are aware President Kufuor himself,
yes,
you know, commandeered these religious leaders, very respected, yes, to come and assist. It's
but let me put the principle down. But let me put the principle down that a party is not necessarily a monolithic institution. NDC is a congress. It's a formulation of so many interests. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they should put their act together, and then they should concentrate more on bringing people together than putting them away. You understand?
They're saying
you need numbers.
Afoko and co, they are a baggage. They need to get them out of the way. You don't agree with that?
No, I think that's a short-term view of it. Because at the end of the day, Afoko has his own support base.
Right.
Agyepong may have some support base. You understand? Just that I think that Nanado, my very good friend, also has his base. You need all of it to constitute a strong, virile opposition. We must all help them.
Thank you very much.
We allow them to
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Unfortunately,
we will not break up.
Unfortunately, there
will be no chairman breaking to form a new party.
This is where we draw the curtains. Thank you, Abdul Malik Bako, Abraham Amaliba, Joe Seusu, and Nana Atu Dazi. Thank you very much for Clara Kasati, Professor H. Kwesi Prempe, Augustine Obo, also Justice Sram Sai as well. Thank you all for the erudite contributions that you make to this show today. Now, in Debugri also, thank you very much indeed. Now, the Airtel Adum Praise 2015 has been postponed. The 2015 edition of Airtel Adum Praise, unfortunately, is being postponed due to the main act, Hezekiah Walker, being taken ill on Friday, the 4th of September. In view of this development, he would not be available to be in the country to perform as billed on Saturday, the 12th of September, 2015 at the Perez Dome. A new date and venue will be communicated in due course. We wish to take this opportunity to apologize for the inconvenience caused to our numerous patrons and stakeholders. All purchase tickets are still valid and will apply to the new date to be communicated soon. Thank you very much. And this is coming from the organizers of the Adum Praise. I'm Samson Anyanini. Thanks for your company. This show is repeated at 9:30 on this platform, and it's also available on the ABN Sky channel in London and elsewhere in Europe. Have a good afternoon.